YouTube, how are you doing? Okay, my phone was supposed to be charged. It's at 13. So I'm gonna try to stand it up on my stand. It doesn't want to stand right, let me see. Okay. Hold on, guys. Oh no. Yeah, it won't let me. So I'm going to try something else. Let me see. Okay, my phone is at 15%, so let's see how far we can get with that. That's for YouTube. Facebook, you're on my iPad again, okay? Alright, so we're gonna have taco tot bowls, okay? Taco tot bowls, alright? I just need to look at this. I'm gonna put the tater tots in the oven. They're mini. It says, for the oven, it says 14 to 16 minutes for half a bag. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in here. Okay, because the oven's already preheated. For 14 minutes, okay? And while I'm doing that, I'm going to cook the ground beef. Okay, it's 2 pounds of ground beef. Okay, that's what it says. 2 pounds of ground beef, but I just used this 1.5 right here, and a 1 pounder to make 2.5. Okay, so now it says you can use a regular size hold on, guys, let me get this little knife. You can use a regular size bag of tater tots, you know, just the you know, not the huge, big size, just the regular size, okay? Alright. Okay, let's get this turned on. Okay, and I'm going to wash my hands because I touched that ground beef. And then once I touch the ground beef, once I wash my hands, then I'll stir up the ground beef. So how are you guys doing today? How are you doing today? How is the day going? Is it still snowing? Is it icy? Is it cold? Are you getting more snow? What's going on over there? And are y'all making dinner tonight? And if you're making dinner, what do you have for dinner? Or what not? Just comment that below. And if you're watching the replay, comment hashtag replay. Alright, comment hashtag replay. Alright, but if you're on here while I'm live, say hi. Say hi so I can just say hi back. You don't have to talk if you don't want. Just say hi so I can say hi back and acknowledge that you're on here, okay? Alrighty? Alright, so it is it says potato tots, but it's tater tots. 2 pounds. 2 pounds is the regular size just the regular size bag, okay? Now, if you have a bigger one and you just want to put some, or you can just put, I'm not doing the whole bag. I only did part of it, enough for me and my husband. And then the rest, my son, when he gets home from work, because he had to leave for work, I only cooking it this early because my husband has to go to work. So he wants to eat before he goes to work. My son will cook it in the toaster oven or the oven, and then heat up the ground beef, and then top it with all the other stuff. So, yeah. So that, and this is totally thawed, so I don't have to, I'm not going to use a smasher. I'm just going to use the spoon. Cook it and then drain it. And if you would like to put seasonings on this, you can put seasoning on here, okay? You can put seasoning on here. I might put a little bit. But then after the seasoning and you get it all in there, add some, and if you want to add a little bit of minced onion, minced garlic, whatever you want, you can do that as well. Then after that, add the taco seasoning. 2 packs of taco seasoning, because it's 2 pounds, so it would be 2 packs. Mine is 2.5 because I got 1.5, and then I put in 1 pounder as well. Because I got a 3 pounder of ground beef and I just sliced it in half and yeah. So I'm just gonna put 2 packs. And I'm going to taste it, and if I think it needs a little more taco seasoning, I'll add a little more. Because I'm going to use the, I'm just going to use this. Okay, not the packs, okay? So, that's good. And then, it says 1 can of, seasoned black beans, 1 cup of queso blanco. So we're going to use 2 pounds of ground beef, 2 packets of cheesy taco seasoning, 1 cup of water, 2 pounds of potato tots or tater tots. The ones I used were the mini ones. That's okay too. 1 cup of queso blanco, jarred queso blanco. So it will be this one. It's medium. Okay? Alright. And if you want a little more, it doesn't say to mix it in there, I don't think. And then you've got shredded lettuce, 4 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, sour cream, salsa, store-bought is fine, no judgment here. Diced tomatoes, jalapenos if you want them. Optional avocado, olives, green onions, or anything else that screams taco to you. Okay? So, we're going to cook the ground beef, you know, like I said, and then drain it, and then put the seasoning. Because the seasoning always comes out with the grease. So, then the ground beef doesn't taste as like that seasoning you put in there. So, but if you don't want any seasoning in there, you just want the taco seasoning, then that's fine. But if you want, you can put other seasoning. So yeah, I will drain it and I'll put some seasonings, and then I'll put the taco seasoning, and then I'll put the cup of water and let it cook for about 5 minutes, you know, thicken up that seasoning and the water and stuff. Okay, and then you want to transfer your cooked meat. This is what this says. So if you want to do it this way, it's fine, but I'm not. Transfer your cooked meat to a slow cooker on warm setting to keep it warm until served. Because while you're keeping it warm, you're going to arrange your tots on a single layer on a baking sheet, place it in the oven, bake until crispy and crunchy. The toastier, the better. Well, that's why I put them in here now, because I'm going to cook the tater tots while I'm cooking the ground beef, so I don't have to dirty up my slow cooker. Okay? Alright, and then to serve, you're going to set out all your taco accoutrements in an assembly line, starting with the tater tots, then the beef, then the beans, queso, then working down to the cold ingredients. The lettuce, cheddar cheese, sour cream, salsa, and so on. Okay? So you're going to grab a hefty spoonful of the tater tots and put them in a bowl. Okay? And then you're going to put some seasoned ground beef on there. Then you're going to put some beans, queso, the queso from the jar. Then let everyone go wild with the other toppings, and you can load it up as much as they want because it's their taco, okay? You may begin to feel like an archaeologist as you excavate your way through the layers of your taco top bowl. But that's part of the fun. Make sure you get a little bit of everything in each bite. And you can also use tortillas if you want to put them in there. Okay? And if you don't want the queso blanco, you only want the shredded cheese, or you want queso blanco but no shredded cheese, you can do it just as well. Okay? Just as well. Okay. Good afternoon, Hanos Morsa. I think I'm saying your name right. I don't know if I am. At Hanos Mursa. I think I am. And good afternoon, Bill Doling, 5859. And good afternoon, Nevaeh. And you, Shakar. Thank you all for coming on. And you guys can tell me if I said your names correctly or I did not say them correctly. I'm trying my best. Thank you all for coming on. Yes, this is going to be good. But instead of having to dirty up my slow cooker just to keep the ground beef warm, I'm just cooking it and then waiting for the tater tots. Cooking the tater tots at the same time I'm cooking the ground beef. Now, just remember, if you choose that you don't want tater tots, you want like a tortilla, like a soft taco kind of, you can do it that way. And once you put the tater tots, you can also use fries if you want to top fries. Well, once you put the ground beef, now as far as the black beans, you know, you put the tater tots, the beef, the beans, and then so on and so on. But what I'm going to do instead to make it much easier is I'm going to take the black beans, I'm going to drain them, and I'm going to rinse them in cold water, and I'm going to dump them into the ground beef and mix it after I, you know, cook up the taco seasoning on there for about 5 minutes. And then I'm going to dump the ground beef in there, and I'm going to also add a can of corn. Okay? Because we usually do this, a can of corn, black beans, ground beef with taco seasoning, and Rotel, and we use it to dip with chips. But you could do this too with the, I'm going to cut up some tomatoes. Diced tomatoes for me and my husband. My son doesn't like them. I'm going to cut up an avocado for me, because my husband doesn't like avocado. And then we've got a small bag of shredded lettuce to put on top too. And that's about it. We got salsa, we got taco seasoning. So if you want salsa or taco seasoning, we've got sour cream. Okay, and like they asked for, we got queso blanco, and we're going to have the shredded cheddar cheese. Okay? And if there's anything else, jalapenos, hot sauce, whatever other toppings you would put on a taco or you feel like you want to add to this, you surely can. Now, the black beans and the corn will be the only two things I'm going to mix, besides the seasonings, with the ground beef. Okay? The rest of the stuff will go on top separately because everybody likes their own, each to their own. Okay? So, okay. Alright. Messages and then retract. Okay, whatever you guys. Okay, so if you come on, say hi. Let's see. Anybody on Facebook? Let's see. There's Amazon. I put the Amazon wish list. Okay. And there is the Cash App. And this is on Facebook, this Cash App. Okay? I see the star comment pinned, so the comment should be good today. Not all messed up. I am going to pin the Cash App, okay? Alright, I was going to add the Cash App to YouTube, but on my phone. Alright, let's check the tater tots. On my phone, I do not see where it gives me an option. On my computer, when I was using my computer, I saw the line for where I could make the comments, and it was all good. But on my iPad and on my phone, I can't see. They don't give me a button to push to write comments. They don't. That's why I don't like going on my computer, going on my iPad and phone. My computer is the only one that gives me a way to do it. Because I was going to write the Cash App. But if I don't get the Cash App on there now, I'll get it on there later. Everybody knows what the Cash App is used for. Well, people who have come on. So, it's to help me, show appreciation for me going live. To help me, for anything I need to continue doing my lives and doing what I do. Food, because cooking. Oh, let's turn this around and let's show my food. Cooking, since cooking is part of my content creation and YouTubing. If I need to get anything to make my lives better. So, whatever goes in the Cash App goes towards my lives. And showing appreciation, for me doing all this, okay? So, I will put the Cash App. It's my husband's Cash App if you don't know. He has a white STI car as his picture. And he's Tommy Gonzo. Tommy Gonzo. That's his name. But you see it on there. It's at SuperDude76. Okay? Cash App won't let me have one, so it's been for years. I didn't do anything wrong. They say I did, but I didn't. So, I use my husband's, okay? So, it's hot. Instead of 14 to 16 minutes, it did 14. I may put it in for a couple more minutes. Just to make it a little more crunchy. And to warm it up a little more when this is almost done. Okay? Okay? So. And this, if you would like, it says a cup, but it depends how much each person puts on over top of theirs. If you would like, put some in a bowl and warm it up in the microwave, you can. Or if you just like to take it out of here and put it in there, because if you do it right when your tater tots are hot and your ground beef is hot, then this should get hot on top. Okay? All right. My dogs. Yes, and if you come on here later on, so if y'all saw my post about my doggie and her little paw, she got a 1 centimeter wide open cut, and she had to have some stitches and stuff. So let's do this. Let's get Jazzy ready. Not Brownie right now, Jazzy. So we gotta put this plastic bag over her foot that they gave us for like 3 days, and then we're gonna take the bandage off. But she's still gonna have stitches. But they said she could walk out there without the bandage and this bag after 3 or 4 days. So yeah. Okay. So this is almost done. Okay, almost done. Gonna get this. We're gonna trying to get the whatever. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. So I know I want y'all to see my cooking too, but it's hard with this on YouTube, guys. It's hard with my phone. My computer, I was using my computer for YouTube. It broke. Yes, I got a little angry. I broke it, I slammed the shut. It's all messed up, so I gotta get another one. So until then, it's gonna be a little rough with YouTube. Okay? Okay, so let stickers off. Okay, so okay. Okay. So I'm cutting the tomatoes. Okay. I'll put it in a little bowl. Me and my husband will share them. I think I have a little bowl in there with some tomatoes in there already. Those were from a week or two ago, so I think they're bad, so I'm going to be dumping them. But, yes. So, okay. Alrighty. And then the avocado. Hold on, I got an itch. Oh, sorry, YouTube trying to keep my face so y'all can see it. And the avocado I'll cut for myself. My husband doesn't like avocado. So, just take Jazzy. Just, you can't take them both.
I know that.
I know. My cooking time on Fridays, guys, we everything changed when it came to walking. You know, we were taking my puppy out around 6 o'clock, well, 5 o'clock, and then 6 o'clock when my husband's hour changed. Because she didn't hold it as much because she's a puppy.
Bye-bye.
Well, her birthday's today, Jazzy. She's 1 year old. So, happy birthday, my Jazzy. But anyways, yeah, so Brownie wanted to go out with her, but at first for a while my husband wasn't taking her. And we just go out 8 or 9 or 10 in the morning or something. But then he started taking her, and because he started taking her, they didn't have to go out for a while. So now we don't even go out till 2:30 in the afternoon. Because they go out at 6, and that's about 7 hours, so they don't need it. So we don't go out till about 2:30 for playtime. Well, for a couple of weeks, no Jazzy playtime. But, so now is the time. And because my husband's work hours changed, now he's got to go to work an hour earlier because he works 10-hour shifts instead of 8-hour shifts. But he gets 3 days off. But because of that, I'm cooking an hour ahead because he goes to work an hour early. So I'm cooking an hour early. So because of that, the hour early lands right when we have to go outside. So Fridays, he was taking them both because we have a double leash, taking them both outside to the little dog park so they can just run around and play. But now, since my dog got injured yesterday, we want to take him out separate. He take her to go play ball, and I'll just take Jazzy out real close and let her go potty and then come right back in. But last night and this morning was the first time I did that. But on Fridays, you know, if we take him out at 2:30, I don't want to cook it. Well, I could cook at 3, I guess. Could take him out at 2 and cook at 3. Just, that's what I'm going to start doing. Now, I have to start next Friday since I'm already on camera for you guys. But what I'm going to do is, now this is mostly while she's got her stitches in. I'm going to take her out at 2:30 in the front, go to the bathroom, and once she goes, come back in, set up for you guys. Now, before I take her out at 2:30, like around 2 o'clock, I'll get all the ingredients out. Not the cold ingredients. So then, while Daddy is taking Brownie out to play, I could be cooking. So we'll just do it that way. Okay, so the ground beef is done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump these tomatoes out. Actually, oh, they do. They look fine, but they tasted nasty. So okay, so we're going to get out. Going to put Brownie. Where's your ball?
Helping Daddy.
Did you look under the TV stands?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put these tomatoes in here. Okay. Did you find the ball?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on, guys.
Go.
I'm sorry. Yeah, she's upset. She wants to go out with Brownie. She wants to go out and play. So bad. A couple pieces I forgot. But she just can't play. She was out yesterday and we were just doing the normal walk. And normally we go to this little dog park we have by our playground here. It's not a real good dog park, but it lets them run. But normally Jazzy doesn't like want to run and catch the ball like our Brownie does. So she just stays in a corner and chews it. So we let her do that, but somehow she got injured. We're not sure how it happened. When we came in, we noticed blood dripping on the floor, so we helped. But then before we left to go to the emergency room, we noticed our dog Brownie had some dry blood on one of her nails, so we're wondering if she accidentally got scratched by her sister. But it was a 1 centimeter deep, so I don't know. So what, you know. Okay. All right. I got the tomatoes all. Come here, Jazzy. Okay, so I'm going to turn it down to like 4. Come here, Jazzy. Hold on, guys. Oh, she's right here. She's supposed to wear a cone, but as long as she's not doing anything, I'm not going to make her wear it. Come on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Jazzy. Guys, it's a little baggy. It says veterinary lacerated ringers injection. I don't know what this bag is. But yeah, and then they got holes in it with this through it so we could tie it. So and after like 3 days, she said maybe Saturday night or Sunday morning, we could take off the bandages, and she could walk around the house without the bandages, and we can also walk her outside without the bandages, but she will still need to just do a quick walk, go to the bathroom, come right back in, no playing, and wash her paw with iodine. We have to take the iodine and dilute it with water so it's very light brown, like a light brown like this. And then just wash her paw every time she comes from inside, which she only goes out about 3 times. So, yeah. Okay. So, oh, poor baby. Poor baby. Okay. Alrighty. So, if you're on my Facebook, you can also look on there. Last night, yesterday when I wrote the post on my timeline about Jazzy, I put a picture of her foot wrapped up so you can see that. Okay? Alrighty, so I'm gonna tilt this just a little. And I'm wiping up some of the grease. Okay? All right. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of onion powder. Onion powder. Okay. Garlic powder. Okay. Okay, garlic powder. A little bit of salt and pepper. I'm trying to fix this salt shaker because the salt things are coming out like real thick, and I see the thing at the top. You're supposed to turn it, but it's not turning for me, so I don't know. Put some pepper. Okay. So let's stir this up. You don't have to put all this seasoning. Garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper. You can put other seasonings, more seasonings, none at all, just the taco seasoning, because it's a taco bowl. So it's up to you what you want. Okay. Now let me see how it tastes. Tastes like much of nothing, but so okay. Alrighty. Okay, that's good. All right. Now, 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons of taco seasoning is 1 packet. Okay, same thing if you're doing ranch. Like, I use a container that has ranch seasoning in it instead of packets. So, Okay. So that was 6 tablespoons, or a little, maybe a tad bit over, because I didn't do them like flat, but and it says 1 cup, so we're just gonna do 1 cup of water. Now, if you're doing more seasoning or more ground beef because you're having you're making a big, then you can always add more water. But it says 1 cup for the 2 pounds of ground beef. But if you're looking at the taco seasoning like this, no, not here. It's somewhere. It says like 3/4 cup of water per packet of seasoning. So if you're doing regular tacos or stuff like that, so that would be about 1.5. But get it stirred up real good, because we don't want it too wet, too liquidy, but so I did 1 cup, just a little bit more it could use. Okay? Just a little bit more. Oops. Spilling, look at that, I'm spilling. And yes, I'll admit that this is my pajamas. My Winnie the Pooh. It says, a perfect day to be with the bee outside. But I do have my bra on, so don't worry about that. But yeah, it's a shirt and shorts. Alright, so let's taste this. It could use a little bit more. That's probably because I have 2.5. Okay, so just put 2 packets, and if you have like half a pound extra, you can put a little extra. It's up to you. Or if you like less taco seasoning, you're just a family that likes less taco seasoning, you can do less. Well, that's good. Okay. So, let that cook for just a few minutes. Okay. Alright, let's see what else this says. Now it says start with the tots, then the beef, beans, queso. So, move the book over here. Okay, so that will be here, that will be here. I'm just going to take wipe this down, wipe some of the juice, the tomato juice off of here, so I can do the avocado. Okay. Now, we are going to try it this way. Okay, this, once I can get it, this, I tried to get a soft one because I bought this yesterday. Okay. So now we're going to try to get it out. Okay. All right. So now you can cut it in slices, or you can cut it in slices and then the other way to make little squares or little mince, or you can use this. Let me show you. Okay, so let's see if we can get the outside off. There we go. Okay, so now I've got this. I'm going to take this and I'm going to do it on this side. I'm going to push it down. That way. Yeah. Okay. That'll help. Okay. Just cut it in line, some of it. So we're going to cut it like that.